before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you further clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope will show up for you, and your moon sign horoscope will present the less prominent side story that will also be occurring, usually closer to home. You can find any video you are looking for by checking out the playlist menu on my main channel page. Horoscopes serve best when viewed like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over the outcome of any occurrence with your thoughts, emotions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. And if you would like to schedule any of my services or leave a tip or donation, you can do so at my website, integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. All right, Capricorn, it's time to have a look and see what the most prominent themes and energies impacting all areas of your life are when it comes to this week. And just a quick reminder, we are looking at the Syrian Starseed Tarot. So just a quick heads up for those of you who like to know what cards are on screen. Your cards this week are the Tower, the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Crystals, the Five of Wands or the Five of Flames, and the Four of Wands or the Four of Flames. So this week, it looks like what was once a non-issue as far as maybe a mainstay, a constant, or a structure is now going through its dismantling phase. Which is actually coming because there is, looks like some other kind of opportunity or some other priority is actually being pushed forward as far as implementation, as far as coming into your life, kind of settling in. So we actually have to go through this dismantling. Whether this dismantling has to do with like a certain structure in terms of a schedule, maybe an account, or something even more, again, extensive, right? We are looking across the board at all areas of your life, but a lot of things are getting pushed forward that are actually quite positive for you, but there are some things that maybe you didn't think you would have to necessarily adjust that are going to show up here that are going to say, no, we can't be here either. We can't be in this situation either. So a lot of you are going to be finding that there's a lot of tearing down going on. You may find that certain breakthroughs are coming, but they may require, again, a change of venue, move, or maybe even a change in the way that you are actually providing your time and your opportunity and access to you all together. Again, that mainstay is going bye-bye, but it's not something to, get upset about. In fact, there will be moments where you will need to actually cut your losses with regards to where you have put a disproportionate amount of energy. Maybe something that you've been trying to make more viable, or something that you have been maybe not necessarily doing because it felt bigger to you or it meant anything more to you. It just felt safer, or maybe you put a disproportionate amount of energy there because you were trying to make it something else. This is going to be a time where we have to see, okay, look, the time for this in our life has been fulfilled. It's hit the top of its potential of what it can be. Like the tree can grow no taller. And this is going to be, kind of a weird week in that sense, because I'm actually seeing a lot of, highs, but also some potential lows as we go through this, so it's important to make sure that we don't, of course, split into black and white thinking it's all positive or it's all negative, because we're seeing a lot of replacements show up at the same time. We want to be emotionally available for those kinds of things, but it might feel, yes, destabilizing in certain cases. The interesting thing about this, though, is that it's all happening as a lot of aspects of your life that you've had compartmentalized, that you've had kind of put into little pigeonholes and boxes, are now evolving and growing out of their boxes, growing out of their pigeonholes, and now must be reassessed in terms of what needs more or less from you. And the most important thing to understand here is that you're going to be finding that you are getting some faster breakthroughs or things that actually are having higher potential, whether it's, dating options, work options, things like that, are also going to become a lot more, I don't want to say demanding because that gives off a bit of a connotation, but let's just say not only more involved, but also starting to show more instantaneous progress, more of that synchronicity that is actually saying, look, this is the road to take. This is the one, don't, whatever you've been holding out for, whatever you've been kind of playing around with, pay attention to where all of the energetic support, where all the material support, and where all of the action is actually happening. Even if you might be thinking in terms of, maybe you're thinking in a way, maybe you're thinking of too much prudence here. Maybe you're thinking a little bit too much about, what you initially started. Things have gone off script this week in a very, very good way. In fact, there will be many breakthroughs and accomplishments that are expanding existing, but also attracting in new commitments and rewards. But once again, command and require a shift in your landscape or social involvement. And so this is where we're getting this massive assist when it comes to correction and perfection of a lot of different aspirations. And if you have been maybe running multiple realities at the same time, you are trying to carry on 2 different careers or 2 different types of schedules or what have you, and they're getting to a place where now it's like a 70-30 where the reward versus and the payoff is versus where it's not. It's time to actually give more to that which is already showing the payoff, that which is already getting that support. Even if maybe in the beginning you were rooting for the 30% or you were rooting for the other one, that might be coming from another place. That might be pressure from the outside. That might be old you. This is a week where you're going to be finding the incentive to finally molt all of that is there. And as you go through, yes, again, we talk about new accomplishments, new commitments coming through, redefining of existing relationships that'll actually make them more, let's just say, more appropriate to the level of energy that's actually getting put into them. But we can't keep everything fighting with each other over you right now. And we can't keep all of these plates spinning at the same time. There's too many on the stage. It's time to take some down. So that is what I've got for you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.